Good morning, everyone. Pleasure to be back here in Hong Kong. It's such a pleasure to see that you guys have all shown up and that you really want to engage in the Sustainable Development Goals in this particular way. There's many ways we can engage and contribute, but creating sustainable business solutions which are impact-driven is a fantastic way of actually contributing to your communities and society. So let me first start by thanking Angela Ng, the Chief Executive Officer of City Hong Kong and Macau. Pleasure to finally meet you. Also Professor Rocky Tuan, Vice Chancellor and President of Chinese University of Hong Kong. Thank you so much for hosting us. It's been a pleasure so far, and a pleasure to look forward to continue exploring your beautiful campus. Basically, for us at the UN, we realize that to solve the Sustainable Development Goals, everybody needs to come to the table. There's no chance that one sector can do it. We've tried it before in silos, and we realized that only when we come together, we can break this very challenging and very aspirational vision that we have for the 2030 agenda for the Sustainable Development Goals. So being based out of Bangkok in the regional office, I see what's happening across the 36 countries we cover in Asia Pacific. And I can tell you today that the YouthColab, together with our co-leads, Citibank, City Foundation, and our local partners, such as you see the whole list of partners. This is the model of the future. We're doing it in 20 countries. So 20 countries, we are trying to come together as ecosystems to grow the social enterprise market. So we know that it takes a village to grow a child, but to grow a social enterprise and then startup, you need a whole community to support and a whole ecosystem, culture change. So that's really why we're here, to really look at young leaders as a driver of the Sustainable Development Goals. Not as target, not as partners, but actually as the leaders. You guys can solve these amazing challenges that we're facing. And only you have the aptitude and the creativity to actually take it forward. So I would like to really thank all of you for coming today. For the next couple of days, I think a lot of creativity will come. And we at the UN are responsible and committed to connecting you to the rest of the region. What is happening here is also happening in other countries. Some of you are interested in certain areas, and we would love to connect you with those that are working in those areas, be it in Bhutan or Sri Lanka or Samoa or Solomon Islands. You're the same challenge, you've faced the same challenges and same aspirations. So I would also like to thank our fantastic friends in the Hong Kong Social Enterprise Challenge, which is led by CUHK. This is the 12th year for them, but for us, it's the first time to partner with you, so it's been a delight. Thank you so much for really supporting that. UNDP, obviously, it's a global organization, and we cover 170 countries. It's just almost as many as where the city has its banks, right? And our strategy is really similar to our partners. It's really to support young people in governance, jobs, livelihoods, and strengthening resilience. Similarly to the slogan of our partners, City, really to create pathways for progress. Give young people multiple opportunities. You don't have just one choice, you actually have multiple. And from there, really, we organize a lot of global events, global summits, and dialogues and support policy so that young people are not just serviced with one offer, but multiple. But in the region, YouthColab is the activity that we have across the region where we bring the whole ecosystem together to break silos, to support young startups. And for me, it is just coming from the Pacific Islands where we're now starting entrepreneurship hubs together with ministries, and we are really breaking ground in countries that doesn't even know what innovation is or are not introduced to fourth industrial revolution. So a lot of countries are lagging behind. Hong Kong, you are very much ahead of the game. But it's also how you can be the lead for the rest of Asia Pacific and bringing them out of the challenges that they're facing. So through trainings, workshop, competitions, I hope that the next couple of days will be a continued activity for you to really mobilize the next generation of social entrepreneurs and to make this sector a little bit more inclusive, a little bit more diverse. There's space for all of us to engage. I've seen many countries will look at accessibility, people living with disability, people who are not traditionally in the startup scene but want to come in. So we need to create that welcoming space for them so that they feel that no one is left behind, because the whole Sustainable Development Goals, the whole 2030 agenda is about leave no one behind. So Hong Kong might be fantastic in many things, but there's always pockets that needs to be pulled in and given similar opportunities and pathways. So I look forward to hearing the creative ideas that comes out of this journey, and we'll match you and we'll bring together and we'll support you for the next 3 years. We're really committed to that. There's lots of different support that you need to take off. And I'll see some of you at the regional summit that's going to take place in Hanoi, together with our partners in April. So some of the great ideas that we want to take forward, we'll see you there. Thank you so much to all the partners for coming together and making this a sustainable model that will take off. Thank you so much.